See that you are awake, my lady.
I see that you're out of bed.
I do feel a lot better today. I fancy to look upon the waters.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling a little better. Keep it that way, shall we?
I'm sure I will be perfectly fine. But what about you? Did you rest well?
Better than I thought I was going to.
That is good to hear. I hope the couch was comfortable.
Yes, it wasn't too bad. I've slept on worse.
Very good. Must have fallen asleep again when you went out, after the guards changed to bed.
You did. Left you to sleep. Idiodalina had something to take care of. So I sat in case you needed something, and it seems I fell asleep too.
What are your plans for today, Lady Maroon?
I don't really have any other than going home, taking a bath and getting changed. For my potions. See if we have anything you can drink to keep this corruption at bay.
Well, I'm not bothered about the corruption so much. I believe that the Lady Odalina's blessings and healings may deal with most of that. It's just a very painful wound, that's all. Weapons of the enemy are notoriously poisoned.
Well, we'll have to see if we can come up with some kind of antidote, won't we?
Well, I don't think I'm going to fall just yet, my lady.
I hope not.
I'm rather famished. Maybe we should order some breakfast.
Might be a good idea. Good to see your appetite returning.
Oh yes, I haven't eaten much in the last few days because of the war and not having time. Constant fighting and whatnot. Alright, I'll be back shortly.
Don't overdo it.
Ah, at last, servant girl. I thought that you had gotten lost. Thank you very much. I'm not sure what you enjoy eating, so I asked the kitchen to give us a bit of everything.
Thank you. Don't learn the names of your servants?
Well, there are many, and I'm not always here, and there are changes. The Castellan orders and renews contracts.
Oh, I see.
But all the servants here are treated very well.
It's good to know. My goodness, they do look after you, don't they?
Well, it is in that way in my country, my lady. But please, do eat. And it is deserved. I mean, we have been fighting hard for many days now.
This is true. I need to order you to eat something.
Are you satisfied?
What?
As I say, you want?
Oh no, this is more than adequate. I don't think we're going to be able to eat all this, though.
Whatever's left, we'll give to those who need.
The way it should be. I always found these feasts that parents had rather preposterous for the amount of food that was being wasted.
Yes, it is the same in Britannia. A lot of the knights and the lords seem to forget that without their servants and peasants, they would not be where they are. I look
Indeed.
after the people that I have to protect, my lady. I make sure that no one goes without. I don't have much to give, but I do what I can.
All we can do. Part of the reason I have the treasury started at home. If ever needed, it can be sold. And for all eventualities.
Yes. Your generosity is second to none, my lady.
No, it's not. Just giving back to those that give to me in the first place.
You are far too modest, my lady.
Those of us that can have to look out for those that can't.
That is why I do what I do for my people. I'm not much of a farmer. We don't get that type of training. I understand how it works. But obviously I've never really got my hands dirty in that sense, being a knight. But still.
Yes, I can grow flowers, but food is beyond me. We pay people to do that, I think. Or buy it from those that can. Always rather amuses me when Sir Gerrit decides he wants to be a farmer. We all know he's going to give it up in the next couple of months and return to where his heart lies. Just so make him happy to feel he has a choice. Oh, he's a soldier at heart, sir. Might fight against it, but whenever there is a war to be fought, he's never far behind.
Oh, that is true. He has fought in many of the wars here. As a soldier of the Empire, as well as a captain and a knight in Britannia.
Indeed. He does so like to have his little follies of having that freedom of choice, I suppose. Maybe he's denying his heart.
As do all men.
Yes, probably. Not just men, though. I think everybody kind of fights against what their heart is telling them at some point in their lives. Women come around to accepting it a little quicker.
Sometimes not all men can follow their hearts and desires. And there is other purposes more important.
Well, I think for somebody to be whole, they need to be able to pursue both. Being trapped in that fortress taught me one thing, is that life's too short. not follow what your hopes and dreams are, as well as your duty.
And that coming from a dragon who will live for far longer than me.
Indeed. The dragon can be slain the same as any other living creature, if one knows how.
Yes, that is true. It's the same here. Dragons might live for a long time, but they can be slain. It is no easy feat, but forgive me for talking about killing your own kind.
I don't class the dragons in these lands as my own kind. Doesn't seem to be any intelligent thought in them at all.
No, they are nothing but beasts. But don't underestimate them. They are very cunning, just like the greenskins. There are some that are far more intelligent.
Your plans today, Sir Giles?
Well, obviously I'll have to take it a little bit easy, but there's still much to do in the north.
Like what? I thought we'd quashed the threat there.
Well, there is still the roving war bands and a few settlements that need to be pacified. Plus, I need to give orders to my men who are still encamped up there to disperse and begin patrolling.
Ah, I
Recall
see.
most of the troops and redeploy them all.
Yes. These few that escaped do have me worried.
Oh, it'll be little problem. It might be more of a nuisance than anything else. Marauders are not all that smart.
I have to question whether the third voice I heard in that fortress when we were storming it did in fact escape. I don't remember anybody saying they fought him.
Well, I only saw the one that I fought. I had a female, and that was about it.
I heard a third voice, one that took my hair.
Yes, I remember you saying. Well, if he did manage to flee, we will hunt him down and make him pay.
That's something I would really like to see. Though it did provide a little amusement, I suppose.
Yes. Chaos Marauders are notoriously short-tempered.
Yes, but he was all threats and bluster. Until he decided he wanted my horns.
I was just remembering some old lore about dragons in my world. I know that we were referred to them as beasts. But they are some of the oldest of races in the world. Here before the great old ones came. And the skies were filled with them, fighting each other for dominance.
Things don't change much then, do they?
No. But they can become rather big. Twice the size of the ship in port down there.
I suppose it depends on how long they live for.
Well, they will live as long as they live until someone comes along and kills them or they die, but they are quite ancient. The biggest of dragons will designate how old they are.
Fascinating, the different laws in different worlds. There's another here from a different plane of existence, and the lore of dragons from where he comes from is probably a combination of your lore and mine. That the dragons can talk, but they don't transform. Different shapes, I suppose.
I know this type of lore and knowledge because it's part of a knight's training to understand things, especially things you may have to kill and defend your country from.
Let's hope you don't have to defend your country from me. That would be most interesting. Oh, they'll honour
As I
what he
received a
wrote.
letter from the mainland this morning.
You did?
Yes. And the news is not good.
Oh dear.
It has begun massive incursions from the north into our northern territories, the northern territories of the Empire. The northern holds of the dwarves have also come under attack. It has also reached to us that the elves are also beginning preparations for an assault somewhere, so they probably have their own troubles. It would seem that things have already begun. Never in the history before has there been a mass invasion such as this.
Can we reach the mainland with mails getting through?
Well, what's there to go there for?
Help if we can.
I doubt very much we'll be able to make much of a difference, and my mission has always been to be able to get a remnant of our people to safety. Our best course of action now would be to locate that gate.
Well, then we need to make sure we're strong and fit so that we can start these journeys to check for it. I would imagine it's going to mean being away from home for a while.
Well, it's somewhere here, if it exists, that is. It is still but a legend.
Looks like we have our work cut out for us then.
I told you, my lady, this world is endless war. It never rests. Nor can we.
All the more important to take times of enjoyment then, isn't it?
I would not know how to.
You're going to have to learn then, aren't you?
I take enjoyment from seeing my people happy and safe. My men standing tall and proud for the duties and victories they have won.
There has to be more to life than just duty, sir, or it's not worth fighting for.
I suppose that comes down to, again, what a man desires in his heart.
Oh, so. Is a heart filled with nothing but duty a heart worth having? One has to ask themselves. I used to think so. So much anymore.
I have never known anything else but duty.
Never allowed yourself to know anything other than duty. I believe they were organising a beach party and a tavern party to celebrate what you call small victory and we call kicking some demon ass. Am I going
was
to
not
have...
an insult intended for the hard work that people put in.
I know it was not. More a reflection of how tired you are of the constant fighting.
Yes, that is very true.
Am I going to have
The
to
fights have not
issue
been
an
easy.
order for you to join us in these celebrations, or are you going to do so freely?
I would not know what to do.
Could learn.
I'm used to going to gatherings and giving rousing speeches and boosting the morale of my troops and watching them drink at the end of a battle, as is customary a commander to do so. Is it something like that?
No, it's more about letting our hair down and remembering. Oh, wow, that was a bad pun, was it not? Never mind. It's more about letting that stress go, remembering what we're doing it for, surrounding ourselves by the people we care about, and remembering what we're fighting for, and having some fun with each other while we have 5 minutes to do so. Might alter your perspective a little.
On what?
That duty is all there is. Duty is important, don't get me wrong, but we have to remember what we're doing that duty for. It appears to me, Sir Giles, that you've forgotten.
Oh, I know all too well, my lady, what I do my duty for. Yes, I truly have not forgotten. For me, it is more than that. With the report of this morning, my spirit is broken. There cannot be no hope if we do not find that gate, and there is no guarantee. It is only time now before the end.
For more reason to have a little fun as well as doing our duty, is it not? It'll only take a few hours.
I can probably spare a little time, but I don't want to be celebrating too much while I know that my people are dying back home.
I understand that, but we need to celebrate the life that we've saved here too, do we not?
Yes.
As you've said, your presence lifts the morale of the people. Let them see the human side of you a little more. They need to know that this war takes its toll on you too. Far better method of inspiring them, I find. You can see it's taking its toll, and yet you stand strong and do it anyway. Far more inspirational than somebody that doesn't seem to be touched by it all. And I know you are, but if you're pretending that you're not, how are they to know? Anyway, you don't have to spend all night there. I find it gets rather loud after an hour or so. Then I crave solitude again.
I will camp for some short time. I do not feel that I will find it that comfortable, but I will show my face and try to act normal, shall we say, as you would say.
Never ask anybody to act normal. There are people acting exactly as they are. Why does one need to conform and fit in with what other people think they should be behaving like?
Yes, but I don't know any other way to be but as I am now, if you get my meaning, my lady.
Well, sitting down and watching what other people are doing. Seeing the enjoyment that they get, even if I'm not in the mood for a party, I tend to find that that lifts my spirits anyway. I have to be aware of the normal, everyday things people do. Fighting to allow that to continue is what we're doing, is it not?
Yes, my lady, it is. And I will continue to do so, even when the hordes of chaos are steaming over the hills towards Bastet. Do you plan to return home someday then?
No, this is my home now. I have no desire to go back to the life they expect me to live.
For this I am glad.
I'm not annoying you yet, then.
Never.
Oh, this time yet, I suppose.
I would let you annoy me forever. It would not bother me.
Oh, you say so now. I don't think I'd want to deliberately annoy you anyway. It'd be rather ironic, don't you think, if we find that gate and it leads back to my homeland?
Well, for us, it would be all a new adventure, as we've known nothing but the old world. And let's hope, either way, that where we go to is safer than here.
Well, if we did land in my homeland, it would definitely be safer. There's thousands of dragons to fight.
Yes. But we must never forget that no matter where we go, chaos will always be nearby.
Well,
We must always remain vigilant.
they must remember that wherever they are, we're not going to be far behind either.